Joanz and B. Thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
How you doing, man? We appreciate the time, and we're very gracious of the opportunity to be the Artist of the Week as well.
Hey, look, it's our pleasure.
Most
so, Joanz,
definitely.
I'm going to kick things off with you. I mean, I noticed when I was prepping for this segment, you all have been out there having interviews like this, of course, featuring the music. What has it been like for you so far to see the way that people are responding to the music?
I've been honestly not shocked, not surprised, but I've been what I'll say. How do I put it? I'll say like more so just excited to see, people's responses, and see how they, their testimonies to it, how the songs help them, or, whatever, trial and tribulation to help them get over, or whatever message they got out of it. So it kind of brings a different twist on whatever we thought we were writing the song about, because some people come up with their own, reflections and things like that based on their own past experiences, and it's so, refreshing to hear.
Got you. B, what about for yourself? What has it been like for you to be able to hear the way that people are responding to the music?
It's been refreshing. We strive to make music that connects to our listeners and, punches straight down to the soul and gives them a sort of intake in on our lives. So it's been refreshing. It's been a breath of fresh air to know that people are excited to hear our music and can understand and relate to our music as well. So it's been a good experience.
Joanz, I saw you had said in an interview not too long ago, you were just talking about the importance of finding your own voice and how you've been able to do that. So talk to us a little bit about that journey for you, Joanz. When did you first realize the power of music in your own life?
I think it really connected to me as far as, because music I've been around my entire life. So as far as making it, playing it, I've always been around instruments and instrumentalists, so it's always been around me. But I didn't really, find my voice in writing music and making music until right after my freshman year of college is when I decided to journey into it. And a lot of things in my life at that time had pushed me to write my song, write my testimony. And once I did, it made me realize just how much, I was carrying, how much weight I was carrying. And to get it off me and put it onto that mic is it's therapeutic. So once I figured out how everything was, how I felt after I said everything I needed to say, and I got things off my chest, it became a moment of therapy for me, to the point to where it's like, okay, this is my lane. This is how I'm going to help myself out. This is how I'm going to relax myself, or just unwind and get things off my chest when I can't necessarily speak to anyone else about it. And that's when I realized this is something that's going to be not only beneficial for you, but beneficial for people around you. Because people, once I just, we put out our first track, and people just started gravitating to it and giving us, sharing with us how it helped them through certain situations. And not only did it help me or help B, but it also helped some other people around us figure out their own way and their own path. So that's when I realized, this is our calling. This is what we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. It's interesting you use that word calling, because I want to come back to that, because I think a lot of people can definitely relate to that connection. B, what about for yourself? I mean, when did music first start speaking to you?
I've been making music, or rather so singing and making music, since I was around 3-4 years old. My dad used to set up a camera, and I used to just sing all types of music, Michael Jackson, Commodore, stuff like that. But as far as it really connecting with me and really, giving me that sense of, like KJ said, therapeutic-wise, it really around the early teens, about 15, 16 years old. I started to resonate with it, started to be able to understand what it was like telling my own story through music and telling other stories through music. So I would say around 17, 18 is when things really took off for me, and I started actually building the way that I wrote songs and finding my voice.
So, B, I want to ask this next question to you, and then Jones, get you to chime in, because speaking of exactly what B just said about finding your own voice, what has it been like for you to come together with someone and create music together where you're both able to, one, showcase your own individual skills, but also be able to amplify the messages you want to share? So, B, I want you to get things kicked off with that. What has that been like for you?
So it's been great. Initially, every artist has the times where even if they find their voice, they have certain genres or certain songs that they make that they can't, although it sounds great in their head, they need just a little fine tuning. They need something that adds to it, right? So for me, I was always singing. I can come up with a hook in seconds, whatever the subject may be. However, when it comes to writing, I'm more of a freestyler. I can write, but I'm more of a freestyle. So when I was introduced to Jones, it was a breath of fresh air knowing that he's a great writer, like outstanding. So when he puts his penmanship to the vocals, it just magnifies it, right? So for me, it's been great. It's been teaching me how to write more. It's been teaching me how to reach these different types of music, the genres, because I was at first more so into, gospel, R&B, and with Jones's help with the penmanship, it's been, opening doors for the pop and all types of genres in itself. So for me, it's been great.
Yeah. Jones, what about for yourself? I mean, as both of you have talked about here, both of you had your own individual paths with music, right? Your own, experience with music. What was it like for you to come together with someone who not only shared that passion, but also could complement yours?
It was, we use this word a lot, but it was refreshing, like to understand that someone has the same mindset as you, same goals as you, and not only just that, they have the same mindset, same goals, but a lot of people have that in common nowadays. Everybody wants to, make it some way or another. But the one thing that everybody misses and they fail to have in common to make that, dream flourish, the work ethic. So when meeting B, it was refreshing because all of those things we had in common was cool. But when I realized the work ethic with the music is another thing we had in common, oh my goodness, it took it to the next level, and it allowed us to have a different type of connection and deeper output when it came to the music and as far as what we produced. So I just really think it's and on top of that, he actually, like he said, when it came to me and in the writing, it helped him sharpen his pen. Well, watching him come into the studio and do what he does and come up with what he does on the fly, and it actually resonates with you and hits you so deeply, and he just came up with that on the fly, I had no choice but to allow that to rub off on me, because now we're so versatile that we can knock out a song in 5 to 10 minutes, or we can really sit down and gear something together, like to really pierce the soul of the listeners that we are trying to cultivate our music towards, to be able to resonate with all walks of life, because we like to pride ourselves on being an alternative soul group.
Yeah.
So that's just one thing that I guess we all, a lot of people need to understand about Joanz and B, is that we rub off of each other. It's iron sharpens iron. So when meeting B, it was nothing but a refreshing moment.